will learn how to draw a problem for isometric projection. Before starting with the isometric projection, we have to do some settings. Right now the grid available is a rectangular grid. We have to convert it to isogrid. So we will go to OSnap settings. Then you go to snap and grid option. Here in snap and grid option, you can observe the grid snap is now rectangular. Now we will make it isometric snap and say OK. Now you can observe the snap or the tool cursor available. It is given with some angle. Now we will start how to draw a problem. Very first we'll go to line command. The ortho should be on while using the all isometric lines. So let us say a line in this direction 100 mm. Enter. We have drawn a line of 100 mm. Now I have to create one more line in this plane. Now the cursor can create a line in left side and a line in vertical line. So we'll first make the vertical line having height, let us say 150 mm. Enter. Now we have to draw one more line here having 200 mm dimension. So we'll go to line command. Now I have to change the cursor direction. Press F5, the direction will be changed. So we'll draw the line here 200 mm. Press enter. Now we'll complete this plane. We have taken this dimension 100 mm. Enter. And this one like this. Now we will create one more line here of 200 mm. Enter. Now again the same plane 100. Enter. Then 200. Enter. And then 100. Enter. Now we will again press F5 to have a vertical line. So we will join it like this. Repeat line from this to this. Repeat line from this to this. Now I have to create. Now this entire object we will select in a window. We will select the entire sketch in a window. Okay, and then we'll say move, and we'll move this drawing bit below so that we can do the rest of the construction. Now here suppose we have to create a semicircular part. For that purpose I have to use this line as a center line, and we have to create a circle here. Now what should be the orientation of circle? Now in isometric, whenever we have to draw the circle, we cannot use circle command. So which command we have to use? Please check. Go to ellipse command. Here we have a ellipse command. Click on this command, ellipse. Then it is asking few things: arc, center or isocircle. We have to go for isocircle. Press I here and press enter. It will ask center of isocircle. So naturally this will be a center of circle. Now it will be asking you the orientation. We don't want circle like this. Okay, so radius of isocircle first we will give. So let us say radius, it is asking by default. It is asking by default radius of circle. So we will type 50 is the radius of circle. Then press enter. Now we don't want circle like this. Okay, if we directly press 50, it will create a circle like this. So how to go for that? Select it, delete it. I'll tell you. Go to ellipse command, isocircle I, press enter. It will ask center of circle, and then you press F5, which orientation exactly you wish to have. So we want this. So here you can directly click for the circle, or you can type the radius 50 and press enter. Now we have got the circle. Now I want the strip having some width in this direction of the same dimension. So couple of ways are available to draw that. Either you can draw one line from this in this orientation, press F5, and let us say we want the line in this direction. So you press, suppose width is 40, press 40 mm, and from 40 mm you again come here, make a longer line, and again we will draw a line from this to this intersection, and you can later remove this by trim command. Now we will draw one more ellipse using this as a center. Now it is asking, we'll go to ellipse command, then it is asking for press isocircle for I, then you select the center of circle. This is center of circle. Change the orientation, press F5. So we want this orientation, and again it will ask the radius. So give the radius 50 mm. Now we have drawn the circles also here. Now what we have to do, now this is 50 mm object, 40 mm distance, so from this distance we will draw one more line here, make somewhat line of any length. Now 1 minute, we will again shift this drawing to the center of page. Okay, press shift, so the remaining lines you can select. Okay, and go to move command. You can make ortho off while moving the object. This is the right place. Now we will draw one line from this corner, and height we will give ortho on. Height we will give 40 mm. Enter. Now from 40 mm we will press F5 and will complete this orientation. Now we have got this portion done. Now similarly from this corner also we will join this. So we will start from this, we'll give this orientation F5. In this direction we have to draw 40, press enter, and now in this direction we will draw one line. Now from this we will join this line up to, we will make O snap off for a while and we will join it. Now one more line we will draw from, we will make O snap on from this to this. Now we have learned that we will draw, now through O snap setting we will make one more thing on, that is tangent on. Say okay. Now we will be making one line from this two and we will connect it. Now we have drawn it completely. Now how to go ahead? Now we will trim the unwanted thing so the drawing will be clear to us. So we will go to modify, trim, select object, your entire sketch we will select, press enter, and now we will go to the lines which don't want exactly. We don't want this portion, we also don't want this portion, we also don't want this portion which is out of the circle, we will remove it completely. We also don't want this line portion, we don't want this, then we also don't want this portion, we don't want the portion which is in the sketch, we don't want the circle which is inside, which is here. Okay, Control Z. If you wrongly, if we delete some line, press Control Z. We don't want this portion. Okay, remove this. Okay, now again we don't want this portion of line, we don't want this portion, we don't want this portion. So whatever you don't want, just remove it. Once the intersection over, we cannot delete that part, so preferably you first select the part which is in intersection, so the rest of the thing you can select and delete directly. Okay, so we'll escape and we'll come out of it. Now here I don't want this portion, but if I'll cut it, the entire thing is cutting, so we'll make one more line here, make O snap on, we'll make one more line here which can create an intersection. Now please check, go to modify, trim. Now we select this part, select this curve also, press shift for multiple selection, select all the lines, and then you press enter, and then you click this portion that you don't want. This line anyway you can select and delete, no issue. So trim is applicable when there is intersection. If the intersection is over, the lines cannot be deleted directly. So you select one by one line and you can clear this area, you can clear this portion once the intersection is over. So we don't want this portion, we have selected it, we have removed it. Okay, now whatever things you don't want, just select them and delete them. Okay, like this we can select whatever we wish to have. Okay, now maybe the entire line. Okay, now we'll complete this line, this corner. Okay, now I have to create, suppose, one more circle inside, so the center line will make visible, F5. So I have drawn it. So